I'm John Cooper with the John Cooper Real Estate Group. Super excited to introduce you to our next My DIY community profile. We're at the Nanaimo Rugby Club, and I'm speaking with Nick Scott. Nick, thanks for letting us come and check out your facility here today.
You're welcome.
I've been in Nanaimo for about a dozen years and have some familiarity with your club, but I also get the sense that a lot of the community isn't as familiar with the club as some are, and I wanted to find out a little bit sort of how did you get involved with the club and kind of learn a little bit about the history of the club here.
So I think when I talk to people, they don't even realize that there is a rugby club here in town.
Yeah.
I think being on this side of housing and main roads, we seem to get just a lot of traffic. But this club has been here the clubhouse, I believe, has been here for 68 years. But prior to that, the rugby club itself has been here for close to 129 years.
Wow.
So there's been a lot of history within the club. For myself, I was in a situation where I was living in Australia, wanted to make a bit of a change in my life, reached out to a mutual friend. He was living in Nanaimo, and I'm like, where is Nanaimo? What is Nanaimo? What do they have? So at that stage, I did a little bit of research. There wasn't a lot of information online back in the day. So I just knew it as a harbour city. So I came here. Within 2 days, I was introduced to the rugby club, made some lifelong connections, and clearly it's changed my life because I'm still here, and now I'm the president of the rugby club. This is my first year as president of the rugby club. Played with him for close to 10 years in different roles, through captain coach, playing, and now it's my time to give a little bit back, as they've given so much to me.
Nice, and I heard you were saying before we were just talking to Hornet that you just became a Canadian citizen. So
yes, last month. Yes,
Nanaimo Rugby Club was part of your path to become a Canadian.
100%. Yeah, it's definitely. I was reflecting on this the other day. A lot of people say, "Why did you come to Nanaimo?"
Yeah, we love asking that question.
And everybody asks the question, but I think it's more the question should be asked: Why did you stay?
Yeah.
You know, because I found that why I came was just an opportunity.
Right.
Why I stayed is because of the people, the community, the acceptance, the lifestyle. I think at any stage you could make a trip up to a mountain, and if there's snow, and if not, you could keep on going. You could find an ocean that you can surf in. So there's not many parts of the world you can do that.
And what a cool thing to hear, because I think a lot of us, we think of Australia, we think of this beachy paradise, and to have someone from that paradise speaking that Nanaimo is a place that they love and have deliberately chosen to stay. I mean, that's exactly why we started doing these profiles, just to connect with that story. So I also hear talking to one of my coworkers, Nicole, whose father's been involved with the club for a really long time.
Yes.
She was mentioning that your story is not unique in that so many people get introduced to Nanaimo that would otherwise not even have heard of it through your club. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so at the moment, our club's going through a large recruiting phase, which has been unbelievable. We've always had a number of players come from anywhere around the world. Rugby's a great sport for that. Yeah. You could turn up at any pub or any rugby club in any part of the world, and if you can talk rugby, you've instantly made a connection. Next thing you know, you're probably playing for them the next weekend. They'll find you a pair of boots and a pair of shorts, and you're out there running around. So we're in a position now, it's actually a very unique position for the club, where we're having a lot of players coming from overseas as a result of one of our large recruitment through Simon Fitzgerald, who's our coach and our director of rugby. So he's got connections all around the world, and as a result of that, at any given stage, we'll have 2, maybe 3 players who will come from New Zealand or South Africa, and we had one arrive actually yesterday from New Zealand also. So that's creating an awesome melting pot within the club. They're finding work, they're getting accommodation, they're trying to set down their own roots and enjoy themselves the same way I did. And then they have working visas, so with the prospect of hopefully them staying around for even longer. That's what we're working towards.
That's cool. So I think when people think of Canada, they think of hockey, but the high school I went to, as I might have told you ahead of time, was super big on rugby, and I've been following along a little bit as not a super fan, but a fan, and seeing that Canada's starting to kind of get known for its rugby. So maybe speak a little about that, and then maybe also touch on where this club sits in terms of the caliber of rugby that you can expect to see here or participate in.
So, with regards to Canadian rugby, I mean, rugby in general, it's always trying to grow. They're trying to develop. They're trying to make everything safer for everybody. That is one of the main premises of rugby moving forward, because everybody's getting bigger, they're getting stronger, they're getting faster. Competition becomes a lot fiercer. So, as a result of that, safety is a main priority for rugby across the globe. And it's a major focus for us here in Nanaimo as well. Although we're just a small little blip on the radar, it's a big focus for us. What we're trying to do is we're trying to create an atmosphere that everybody enjoys. They can safely go home to their family and friends. They can enjoy the night out afterwards. What we have done now is we've created an atmosphere where the rugby growth within our club is growing considerably each year. And I think a large part of that is to do with our new coach who we've had in place for 2 years, Simon. He's invested a lot into it. Also, we have a great supporting network within our club of what we consider to be our old boys. The alumni, exactly. And so what they do is they're a great contributing factor behind the scenes, but then they're a welcoming community whenever somebody comes in. So with regards to the rugby and the caliber within our club now, we've stepped up into a Premier League. So ultimately, that's the upper echelon of rugby within Canada.
Wow.
Obviously, BC is a driving force for the high caliber rugby that the Canadian teams are generally picking from.
Okay.
So our whole drive here within the club is to be able to provide the players the opportunity to take their next step up. So to take that step up into Canada, that's what we want to see. We want to see players. We want to see as many players out of the Nanaimo Rugby Club taking the step up to play for Canada.
So when you guys are having home games here, we're seeing a caliber of rugby that is essentially one level below the highest level possible in the country.
That's correct. So
That's
at any
impressive.
given stage, depending on who we're playing against, they could be a sprinkling of 2-3 Canadian representative players, because when they're not representing the national team, they play for their club. And then ultimately will be playing against us, and then hopefully within the next few years we'll have that mix as well.
Now I know your club does a ton of community work. What are some of the focus of the community efforts of the group as of late?
So what we've been trying to do is our focus is growing more and more into the community as much as we can.
Yeah.
So we've started up with regards to helping out the Nanaimo Hospital Fun Run. Around Bevan Park, so we've been doing that over the last few years, getting more and more bodies involved in that. We do a non-perishable food drive every Boxing Day. We actually have a very interesting, I have to believe it might be a one-off. We have a Boxing Day competition down here where we have everybody dresses in types of theme. So it's kind of interesting. If there's snow on the field, you'll see people running around with swimsuits on, and and it's a super cool atmosphere. But the whole aim is to raise some funds and some non-perishables to donate to the needs.
So last thing is for whether you're an athlete that maybe wants to try your hand at rugby, or maybe just someone that wants to follow along when you guys have home games and all that, what's the best way for people to keep in touch with the club?
So we're trying to get a stronger following and a bigger network with regards to social media. Facebook is an easy way to catch us on there. You can look up the Nanaimo Hornets Rugby Club. We have our own website as well, which we're trying to constantly update with information. And one other note with regards to sort of promoting rugby is a big focus is we're trying to really work towards the junior and the mini side of things. So that's anybody from the age of 4 to 5 all the way up to 18. That's really something that we're trying to capitalise within Nanaimo, because I think there's a lot of opportunity there for young kids to come down, have a lot of fun, and really just get some enjoyment, camaraderie with everybody else, throwing a ball around and learning some great skills. So that's a big thing.
Awesome. Well, Nick, thanks for taking time with us today.
Thank you so much.
Really enjoyed learning about the club, and for anyone that wants to learn more about the Nanaimo Hornets, visit their Facebook page, and you've probably enjoyed some of the great footage of the club here. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys soon.